Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful good Thursday evening. Welcome to today's Natural Selection Season 11 Division 2 match between SUPERDUPONT and Pubstars. I will apologize in case I did get the spelling of the team names wrong. We're streaming with a 3 minutes delay as usual. Teams are currently still trying to agree upon which server they play on, so I would estimate the first round to start in the next 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10. In the meantime, let's have a quick look at the standing for this division. As you can see, both Pubstars and SUPERDUPONT are currently leading Division 2 in the group phase, so depending on who's gonna take home a sweet victory from this match, might actually make it to the group winner, or is one step closer to winning the group phase. Alright, it seems we also now have the Team Brewster that is playing. Let me try to put this on screen. And the psychedelic music, by the way, is a Natural Selection 2 soundtrack. So it seems teams are currently on a server and full in regards of numbers. We are missing one referee who apparently seems to have connectivity issues, so we're trying to figure out how we're going to proceed here. Maybe we'll play without it. Maybe I can fill this role. Usually a referee is not really needed unless there are close calls about who's allowed to substitute within a team or when the pass is applicable. So it seems teams have joined up. We're gonna see the first round on Summit. Waiting for both teams to be ready, and as soon as this is the case, we're gonna go into a quick 15-second countdown, and I will hopefully be able to share a little bit about the game with you and keep you up to date about how it's going for everyone. Alright, it seems we also now have the Team Brewster that is playing. And I apologize for that. So we are just a few seconds away, and I would assume this game to start any second now. Exciting moment of waiting for both teams to ready up. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are going live. Marines spawning in sub-access, aliens spawning in atriums. We see an unready. So apparently we are not live. That is interesting. It seems either of the teams has decided they wanna cancel the start, whatever the reason for that might be. Sounds like an interesting little hiccup. And we're going live a second time. This time with the Marine spawn in data core and the alien spawn in flight control. We see even splits, 3 Marines heading to the north side of the map, 2 Marines to ventilation, 1 of each group slowly poking into cross. The Commander Mega is out to build the arms lab, while we see the naturals getting capped. Aliens are expanding to the south side with the Gorge heading to sub-access. Meanwhile, Valo has been parasited by Lucha G. Hasn't quite found him just yet. Gorge Tunnel is up in sub-access. First shots go to Modip in the vent. He takes quite a lot of chip damage, needs to go out. Valo is now poking into computer lab. But he is parasited. Those Skulks knows he's coming. He gets a couple of nice shots, takes 2 of them down, but manages to get cleared up by the 3rd Skulk. Meanwhile, we see Flight RT going up. Ja and Arugiro poking in. They are gonna contest that tunnel, fire some shots on the Gorge. Aliens are grouping up to defend it. Ben firing a couple of spits. Nice group up here, and the pack is going in. Not quite synchronous on the target they're attacking, managing to take down Ja. His goes down at the cost of 2 Skulks, but those are dispensable. Meanwhile, Valo wins the fight in Reactor Core, managing to save the Marine Natural, and Aliens are already making some pressure on ventilation. Very nice ambush from Sacrifice here, manages to get Ja as he was waiting in this corner while Hist was baiting it. Arugiro might be able to clear this out. Those Skulks are low. Yeah, he managed to get the Skulk, but the Extractor has died at this point already. Ben is moving slowly to Crossroads. Not sure why the Gorge would be poking in there, because he knows there are 2 Marines in between him and the Hive. He is engaging those Marines. If they focus on that Gorge, that was a suicidal Gorge. Wow. Usually quite a good idea as a Gorge to jump in, tank a few bullets, but this was just suicide because his teammates were not able to join in soon enough. Three minutes into the game, we have Lurk res up, so we should see the first Lurks on the field. Aliens have gone Shade Hive, by the way, very interesting choice. Marines have kept most of the north side, been sitting on 4 to 5 RTs comfortably in the past 2 minutes. So they have Armor 1, Weapons 1 running, Armor 2 is on the way. Sep taking a lot of medpacks up here, still gets snagged by this 1 Skulk. That is going to be one expensive fight they got into. Reactor Core is an Extractor that's definitely going to go down. I really like the pack play of the Aliens on this map. Tunnel is uncontested in sub-access. There is no one in base currently able to respond to it. I don't know why Arugiro is running away from this, because no, they don't need that extra time. If Aliens would have responded any faster, they might have needed it. Second IP is being dropped in the main base. Sep is building that one. A second comm chair is dropped in Crossroads. Did I miss a base rush? Valo is pressuring Aliens in flight control. There are fights literally everywhere over that map. But as of now, those past 2 minutes have been, or this past minute has been very costly for Marines, dropping down to 2 resource towers. Lurks are up now. Aliens have dropped to 1 RT, so this is not really a high-risk game for either side. The 2 Lurks engaging Inja. Very nice ambush from Lutoji. Marines doing a good job at recapping, already back on 4 RTs. The 2 Lurks pack playing in ventilation, not making much damage to the resource tower here. So right now we have to see where the next big engagements are gonna be. Sep is recapping the north side, is gonna get ambushed by a pack of skulks that are now gonna destroy this unbuilt resource tower. The aliens are slowly recapping, assisting both their naturals. But other than that, not making a whole lot of pressure. Nice ambush on Puppy in Reactor Core. Sep manages to save it, manages to save this resource tower. 2 lurks and 1 skulk clean up Crossroads. Will likely be able to take down this extractor too, as there is no marine nearby to contest it. 2 lurks now engaging Crossroads, sorry, Reactor Core. But they eventually decide to retreat. We have Ja and Balo pushing into Comp Lab, pressuring down that alien naturals, and now the lurks have to respond if they don't want to lose yet another harvester. A lot of med packs being dropped on the ground here by Mega. Quite an expensive engagement to med, sitting only on 3 resource towers, also wanting to tech up at the same time. Lovely, lovely ambush by Sacrifice here. All of those skulks, except for the Toluta G as the lurk, are playing with silence, making it very hard for Marines to hear them. And they're using this very well to ambush the Marines. Beautiful pack play. They're just gonna run over the north side of the map, take down Reactor Core resources here and contest those, while Marines are already losing Crossroads again. Luchoji is dropping slightly low, loses his armor, but no Marine in the way. Pack playing against 1 Marine in sub, but now they need to retreat. That is way too low. They don't want to engage this. Aliens are doing an excellent job at biting res. Aliens have literally killed 10 resource towers within 8.5 minutes. This is excellent job at res biting, and it's going to damage the marine economy quite a bit.
Command station under attack.
Ben is in data core, chewing on the power node. There is no phase gate built yet, so Sep has to come back, just creating enough pressure that forces 2 marines to take care of this skulk, because they do not want to lose power in their main base. Meanwhile, Hist is taking down the ventilation RT. Valo with a shotgun in computer lab. Valo, who is certainly quite good with his aim and usually quite on spot. Let's gonna see how this works out for him. Aliens deciding to leave him play with this RP while they take care of something else. They do not want to engage this shotgun in here.
Command station taking damage.
Instead, 4 aliens want to engage that observatory. Mega is jumping out, is not going to be able to med any of his marines in those engagements right now. And Marines are having a hard time getting a foot in this game. They're doing quite okay keeping the alien resources low, but they are unable to establish a lot of economy on their own, spending most of their resources on replacing their own resource towers. They do, however, by now have phase tech up, they do have shotguns up, armor 2, weapon 1. They probably want to get a gate, phase gate in Crossroads for fast reinforcements, but aliens are gonna try hard to at least delay this for as long as possible. Yeah, I guess at this point there's no point or no chance to delay it any further. The gate is up to Crossroads. The question is, what are Marines gonna push next? Fates are up for alien team. We're gonna see Hist and Sacrifice playing Fate, and even though I would not dare making any predictions at this point, I have had the pleasure of playing with those two guys, and they are usually doing a very good job at playing together efficiently. Two lurks pack playing in sub-access. I really like the pack play that aliens are showing here. They're grouping up for the engagements, maybe not in this one just now. Ooh, Liturgy is trapped in that vent. Muad'Dib manages to clear out the sub-access way, but they eventually decide to retreat. That was one dead lurk with a single shot. Then again, as a lurk, if you're down to 75 HP, then you should probably be healing up and not chewing down a face gate like this. And again, Respiting still very strong for the alien team. 14 extractors killed in 12 minutes. This drifter is managing to escape just in time. No, it gets sniped down by Valo. And aliens are still struggling to get their resources up. But they don't need to. They still have their life forms, they still have 2 Fates up, only lost 1 lurk. But at this point, it's going to be really difficult for them as they need to save up. They need to save up and get their second hive running somehow. Marines, on the other hand, need to tech up more. Otherwise, they will not be able to apply a lot of pressure against 3 life forms with the upgrades they have right now. Nice cleanup from the alien team. They might be going for the face gate. Ja is trying to deny that. And this could potentially be a grinder on the gate. It is a grinder on the gate, but there is no way they can still take this. Set is phasing through, dies a horrible death, and with that, Marines have lost quite a bit of map control as they need to walk their way out of the base to wherever they need to go from this moment on. Power in Crossroads is gonna go down. Fates are buying the Skulks and the Lurk just enough time to achieve this, and with that you see 4 Marines in the dark needing their precious flashlight to even just see what they are doing in this room. It's gonna take a few seconds until the emergency lights go on, which is just the case now, making this room a little more friendly to fight in. Meanwhile, Fates are together with the Skulk in the main base, taking down the main face gate, forcing the commander to log out. A very dangerous mission. The face gate in cross is up. Marines can now reinforce, but that's a lot of pressure coming down on those Marines. A lot of pressure that prevents them from really applying pressure on their own on the alien economy right now. Marlon Pippi against Liturgy, against literally almost a full alien team right now. Ben is ambushing. Valo lands his shot on the Fate, forces him to go out. I like how this was played from both sides. Both sides waited until they could get a good engagement. Both of them backed out when they realized they couldn't start a fight where they would have the upper hand in it. Sacrifice being very brave, flanking into 3 shotguns in here. Then again, Marines are still lacking weapon upgrades, and this might be yet another dead face gate. Marines are gonna get up 1 in Comp Lab, but it also means that there is no one to contest the gate in Crossroads. If he manages to go through, he is gonna get snacked right away. and Marines again lost control over Crossroad. This literally leaves this whole area of the map open for aliens to play around on, and that's exactly what they're gonna do now. Pist is dropping low, he is dropping to 120 HP. No Marine in the way between him and the Hive that is gonna heal him back up to take him down. Marines do have a very aggressive phase gate down here in Data Core, which potentially would allow them to pressure the alien Hive, but they do currently not have the tech to really apply too much pressure, and they do not have the resources to spend on med packs and supporting a push like this. Sacrifice taking one meat shot, all stripping him of all armor. And as Marines are scattered around the map, going for a Hive push as it seems right now, Sacrifice will have seen this one. This is not going to be any surprise. Sacrifice will have spotted this. I think this is going to be literally one last attempt. All the two Fates defend, the rest of the alien team manages to force a beacon. I see this more as a last attempt to apply some pressure on the alien team. Meanwhile, Atrium Hive has been dropped, is completely out of reach. 4 Marines are running into this alien Hive. If they get cleared out by the aliens, I would not be surprised to see the game being called, as this Hive push is literally the... It's an all-in at this point, because if they're gonna lose all the resources they put into this, there is almost zero chance they will be coming back from it. They get cleaned out. Modip is coming in from behind. One shotgun lost in the Hive. Modip is getting taken down by Ja. They're still trying to commit. They still see apparently a chance to take down this Hive, even though chances for Marines to win this game are growing slimmer and slimmer by the second. Aliens by now sitting on 5 RTs, Marines down to 2, and we see yet again another Hive push. 2 Fates are in the Hive, able to engage those Marines. Let's have a look at this from Vala's point of view. Those Fates doing a very good job of not exposing too much. Lurks are pushing the Marines out by spiking them, taking away precious health, demanding precious resources at this point to be spent just on med packs to keep them alive. So time is definitely not running in their favor. Atrium Hive has been completed by now. At this point, 1 extra biomass, giving the aliens just a tad little bit of extra survivability. Marines managed to take down the Crack in flight control, so that's gonna stop healing to the Hive for a while. Meanwhile, the Fates are coming in, and they are gonna engage the push. Pist takes 1 meat shot right in the face, needs to come out. Sacrifice manages to take down Balov, forcing the 2 remaining shotguns to retreat, while Ben is just hiding in the vent, threatening to just take down those phase gates should Marines be careless enough to abandon it. Second alien Hive is going to be a Crack Hive, so we're going to see shells going up, giving aliens again a little bit of extra survivability, extra armor, or health regeneration, depending on what they should choose. And I have to say, aliens are doing an excellent job at keeping the Marine economy at an all-time low. Marines 20 minutes into the game at 2 resource towers, aliens on 6, close to sorry, on 5, close to getting their 6th one. Potentially even losing the gate in data core right away. Mega phases through himself, manages to take down one lurk, so there is currently no commander in the command chair for the aliens. Sacrifice goes down, I have not seen where. Gets pistoled down by Valo. So that is one fade down, a little bit of a phase gate triangle in here. Both very aggressive gates. I'm not really sure how this is going to work out for the Marines. Both of them could be used to pressure and push a hive, but they have already shown that they currently are not able to really take a hive. Pist is dropping extremely low, down to 16 health again. That could, with just a little bit of luck from the Marine side, have been a very, very dead fate too. Ben, first on us on the fields, is gonna give the Marines some additional trouble. And 3 Marines phase through, and this could be the shortest on us that we have seen today. I'm not sure how much of this was planned, but this was excellently executed by the Marine team, instantly killing down this Onus. Just devastating. Valo did manage to get another lurk with his shotgun, and despite getting pretty close, aliens are unable to take down the reactor core, sorry, the computer lab phase gate. I like the fact that Marines are currently playing without a commander. They simply can't afford it. So they're just gonna circulate between those 3 gates, trying to make as much pressure as they potentially can. It seems like Mega is actually back in the comm chair by now. And it's really hard to tell what the next move is going to be. We see a robotics factory dropped in computer lab, possibly a plan to siege the atrium hive. I'm not sure if that is going to work out for them. Aliens don't have a gorge, they don't have bile, they don't have a shade hive. Ah, they do have bile, I stand corrected. But I do not know if Marines really can afford working that hive. 2 Fates grinding the gate, but Marines very quick to respond. We see a little bit of a stalemate here, with the only difference that time is right now actually working in the aliens' favor. We have Lucha G, who is literally just a few seconds away from being the 2nd Onus on the field. That hopefully will survive a little bit longer than the first one. Ben is playing Sealing Gorge. He is doing the most annoying job ever, hiding in this vent, filing power and the phase gate, and making it just oh so annoying for Marines to get it. Lucha G, as the Onus takes down the computer lab gate. Arcs have to retreat, so I would not be surprised to see an all-in on Atrium now. 4 Marines are in Atrium. Ben is alone. Ben will have spotted them. The Arcs are moving into place. This is roughly the line which they need to be at to reach all of the structures. They will already be able to fire at the hive from the point where they are right now. And aliens need to clean this up unless they wanna lose the hive. Ben is getting taken care of by Valo. And at this point, aliens are trying to end the game quickly. Going for... I'm not sure what they're going for. A little bit of everything. First the Marines, then the phase gate. Quite apparently. This Onus is living dangerously. This Onus is living very dangerously. So a lot of damage done in the Marine base, yet nothing is destroyed. Arcs have been able to... would have been able to fire at the Hive if they would have been scanned out. Now, 4 arcs, no gorge for the alien team. I do stand corrected. My statement about not having a Shade Hive was complete rubbish, because aliens actually did start with a Shade Hive. So this little party in Atrium is gonna cost them precious upgrade chambers. G needs to take care of the arcs himself. The question is, will he be able to take them down, or are they gonna take down the Hive? I do not see a bright future for this Hive. And indeed, it has vanished and is now scattered across the place. Aliens have already claimed sub-access, so not too much of a loss. From what I can see, they have been able to replace 3 shells just in time, so also no upgrades being lost. Marines still stuck on 2 resource towers, and a lot of their team resource investment in those arcs that are now taking care of the remaining shells and tunnel. Small victory for the Marines. I'm not convinced that this is gonna turn the game around, as aliens are still sitting on 5 resources roughly since 6+ minutes. We again have 2 Fates up, we have an Onus up, we have a Lurk up. If he dies, he just needs to wait another minute and he can go Onus 2. And we see the first push to the Marine base. Beacon is coming in, teleporting all the Marines back. So those aliens need to retreat. But they decide not to. Second beacon, forcing an instant respawn. This Onus is living dangerously, but he manages to get out alive. That was a very close call. And again, very, very expensive play for the Marines, forcing 2 beacons, that's again 20 res, bringing them even further away from seeing Weapon 3, from seeing maybe an advanced armory, from seeing anything like a prototype lab that would allow them to get access to jetpacks or exos. And aliens are just right at their door, poking in again, forcing yet another 10 res. And the power is low. Lucha G is gonna suicide on it, but this could cost him dearly. This could cost him dearly. But it's gonna work out for them. Power is out, no respawn, the last Marine is killed, and with that, aliens and SUPERDUPONT take the first round. Let's have a quick look at the statistics. Fairly good accuracy across the Marine team here. Really nothing to complain about at all. And especially in the early game, an incredibly good resource mining for aliens. Marines lost literally 21 resource towers in 29 minutes. It went a little flat at the end, but then again they barely managed to get over 2 RTs at this point. That was a very strong show from SUPERDUPONT. I have no idea how to pronounce it, so I do apologize in case I got it wrong. So, first point out of 4 has been taken by SUPERDUPONT. We're gonna see them play Marines in the round now. And we shall see if they are gonna perform just as well. The next map we're gonna see, by the way, after Summit is going to be NS2 Nexus. If you want to make any predictions for the match, feel free to do so in Twitch chats. If you have any comments about stream quality, whatever, feel free to post it there as well. Just keep in mind there is a 3-minute delay, so it's gonna take a while until I can, or until you will hear my response to it. We are currently waiting for both teams to ready up until we're going to see the second round. I would expect this to happen within the next 1 or 2 minutes. So don't run off too far. Could also happen very quickly. Pubstars are ready. We're just waiting for SUPERDUPONT and we're going live. We have exactly the same spawns as in the previous round. Alien spawning in flight control, Marines spawning in data core. This time we see 3 Marines heading to the south. Dark Angel is jumping out to build the arms lab. Hist is covering the north lane, while Sacrifice is by himself building the reactor core RT. Butchergy already poking quite far into alien territory. He's gonna get snagged easily by those 2 skulks and the Gorge. Again, the same expansion from the alien side, a Gorge tunnel right to sub-access. Armor 1 is rolling in. Ja is trying to get a sneaky ambush here. Doesn't manage to get Sacrifice down. I'm not sure if he did not hear the second Marine or if he did not wait for the second Marine, but usually if you hear 2, you should at least wait until both of them have passed you. But making short work of the 1 skulk, and Marines applying a lot of pressure already on this sub-access tunnel. Alien team manages to group up. They managed to clear this out, but not for free. The Crossroads lane is currently not contested at all. I would expect we see Muad'Dib going this way. We see a Crag Hive going up for aliens. And Marines are skyrocketing with their resource towers at this point, being at 5 RTs with no alien pressuring down any of them. And already 2 Marines in the alien hive, keeping the whole alien team busy. And even if they die, those are 3 aliens that are busy taking care of now 1 Marine, and no one is out there to contest Marine resources. Hist is playing it smart. He is not wasting his bullets on a Gorge because he knows that this Gorge is just trying to bait and soak up some of the damage. Very, very smart play. Meanwhile, Muad'Dib manages to take down the Crag in Computer Lab, destroying another set of team resources for the aliens. Mujaji and Ben in sub-access, applying simultaneous pressure to the tunnel. This is very, very high pressure, and now this Gorge is living dangerously. This is a lot of pressure coming down from the Marine team, making aliens literally paralyzed in a defensive spot because they just don't have the time to attack anything. 5 RTs, 6 RTs for Marines up now, completely uncontested. We have Mega taking down the first resource tower on the crevice side. After 3 minutes. This is definitely not how aliens want to play this. Lurks are up. Sacrifice and Ben pressuring into flight control already. It seems Marines have decided to group up and go for the tunnel. Instant focus on the Gorge, that goes down straight away. Valo is alone, he needs to retreat. And now the Lurks are coming in. Sepp is taking a lot of chip damage. Puppy is following up. Both Marines are still alive, and those Lurks need to retreat because they cannot engage those Marines without dying. Alien team is now grouping up. We're gonna see 1 Skulk to reinforce. That is not gonna be enough to stop 2 Marines with good position and medpacks. And again, Marines are just keeping so much pressure. Puppy dropping low, 20 HP, dies to the pistol shots of Sacrifice. Aliens are going base now, but there is an observatory up. Marines can't just beacon, and they do it just right in time. No danger here of losing anything in base. This might cost them an occasional resource tower or 2, but other than that, they already managed to kill 1 Lurk. And the Gorge. So Marines are in a pretty decent spot by now. Nice group up here. Muad'Dib is gonna get crushed, nothing he can do against this pack. And again, a lot of aggression. Ben and Sacrifice in the alien hive. Taking down a Drifter. Potentially taking down a Crag. That is a lot of team resources that is just gonna get annihilated by those 2 Marines. And this is really gonna slow down alien expansion in the long run. They're gonna miss all this PvE at some point. It took 4 dead Skulks to take care of 2 Marines. Meanwhile, Hist and Muad'Dib are pressuring the tunnel, keeping aliens busy. The tunnel is dropping dangerously low, but they're probably going to be able to fend it off. Shotguns are up by now. At this point, it might be advisable for Marines to actually re-establish map control, make sure they have a stable economy. Ben is playing with Mega, but he knows there is a Skulk up there. Lucho G loses the one-on-one against our Giro. And now with 3 Marines walking into Sup, this is... Well, now it's only 2 Marines left, but this would potentially be a pretty good condition for that tunnel, because the other end of this tunnel is not up anymore. It was killed in the alien base. No, wait, it is up, but it's not... It's from a different gorge, I assume? Yeah, sub-access is gonna go down. Aliens are not even contesting it anymore. Some pretty okay laning right now. Valo is able to sneak through here, Purpy as well. Not sure if Lucha G has realized as much, or if it's just an instinct that he's walking down to ventilation. He is just in the right position to catch those 2 skulks, to catch those 3 skulks that have been scanned out. Pressure is now coming down also on Computer Lab. Aliens are trying to crush Crossroads, but they're not sticking around. They are going for the base. That is going to be an instant beacon. Buying them a little bit of time. But it doesn't change anything about the fact that they lost their only natural that they had, while Marines are now on their way to having phase tech ready fairly soon. They will have to trade in a couple of resource towers for this beacon, and they will have to recap. Also, there's a lot of resources wasted on cysts here from the alien commander. Cysts on places which they have no assured map control over. A lot of team res that they might be missing for their upgrades, and for the PvE they might want to have at a later stage. Lurks are up. Valo as a lurk blinks into his jaw following up. There's a little bit of a group play here, not running in one by one. And they manage with 5 aliens to clear out 1 shotgunner. One RT is apparently is keeping quite a lot of aliens busy here. They use the opportunity to also ignore the ventilation res, quite apparently. I'm not sure why they decided to just leave this resource tower and go base instead, well knowing that there is going to be a respawner waiting for them. Cheeky phase gate coming up in Computer Lab, but it was denied early enough. A lot of medpacks coming down here for Hist. Seems he is trying to weld an alien instead of picking up the shotgun here. Honorable, but not very efficient, unfortunately. Aliens managed to get their foot back into the resource game again. on 3 RTs, managing to slowly try and get a 4th one even. Marines are sitting on 4, soon on 3, soon back on 4 again. So the deciding question in this game is going to be, are they going to be able to either take down the tunnel, or will they be able to take down life forms at this point? GG trying to save reactor core. Task that is much easier with a shotgun. Ooh, Ja was dropping low here in flight control. He needs to go back. And again, it's... I really like how much pressure those Marines are putting down here. Hist manages to sneak up on a lurk, put a shotgun right full blast on top of him, taking down that life form. That would have been very cheeky if you managed to get another meat shot on one of the fates here. Aliens down to 2 RTs again. They were unable to hold crevice. They did lose Comp Lab in the meantime. Comp Lab is going to be constantly contested by Marines, the way they are playing here. But it seems the Skulks are not able to, or not trying to really get through on the Marine res at this point. Marines building their 6th RT, there is no Skulk challenging or biting down any of that resources. If they're gonna continue like this, then those Marines are gonna tech up much faster than the aliens would like them to. Orogiro manages to jump through. He's likely gonna be able to take down reactor core. Weapons 2 is incoming. Hive has just been dropped in sub-access. As of now, Marines are keeping up a lot of pressure. They are comfortably sitting on a lot of resources too. So Sep engaging one shotgunner here. No, 2 shotgunners. That could have ended very badly for that lurk. Sacrifice says, okay, I will just pressure your main hive resource tower here. Why not? Bringing it down to 43%, deassisting it once more. So aliens are now packing the north side of the map, giving them crevice, potentially giving them atrium. Marines for a short moment on 6 RTs if they manage to finish the one in reactor core. I'm curious to see the next play that they're gonna make. Valo is living dangerously here. He is low. He has been scouted. Lucha G is running back. Hist manages to catch him on his way back to the hive. Very, very nicely played by Hist here. Trapping 1 fate. And aliens are down 2 alerts by now and 1 fate. And 1 Gorge early game. Aliens down to 1 RT. They literally lost the resource, the extractor they had in their main hive. Sacrifice manages to fend off Single Skulk in Comp Lab. Argyro trying to pressure the Marine base a little bit with not a lot of success here. Marine Commander sitting on 40 rests. Okay, now just spent on Weapon 3. Very helpful investment. Valo in the main base, forcing one Marine to phase through. And 3 Marines in sub-access, pushing that hive, getting engaged by all the alien life forms, but Commander keeps them alive. They're doing a good job at welding back up. A little difficult to focus anything at this point, but yeah, one Marine goes down, and with that, this push just collapses. Yeah, at this point it is hard to tell a lot about the game, as we have to figure out where this is leading. No side really taking any big engagements here. We see 2 Skulks in the Marine base. Hist is out just in time to deal with them. Ben phases through, very a quick response from the Marines. Aliens instantly pressuring the face gate. Robo Factory has been dropped, and we're probably gonna see an arc play on sub-access. Aliens have anticipated as much. They have evolved their second hive into a shade hive, even though there is no shade down here yet that would allow them to ink against the arc fire. Shade has been dropped in sub-access. Mega is gonna build it. Should Marines decide to arc the hive, this is gonna win them a lot of precious time. They will likely need to fend it off. In terms of economy, we seem to have stalemate again, even though this is one dead resource tower that cannot be saved anymore. Three arcs are already out. I'm not sure if they want or will want to go for another one. Weapon 3 is up, so those weapons are really gonna hurt those life forms. Sepp is taking a shotgun blast to the... Ooh, survives with 5 HP. That was a very close call. Mega is already poking out, trying to bile the arcs way before they have been deployed. They know those arcs are rolling. They know that Marines do want to siege this hive. The question is going to be, will this hive push be successful? Or are they going to lose the resources invested in it? Three Marines currently with the arcs, 4 Marines, and we see a 4th arc joining up. 4 arcs is going to be enough to get a hive down against shade and potential healing, but it is going to take quite a while. With the 5th arc, this is going to be a lot easier. Mega is trying to bile the power or the arcs from the vent, but doesn't find a good angle to do that. So the arcs are about to get deployed, and as soon as those arcs start firing, aliens are gonna invest literally, or will have to invest pretty much all they have to give the Gorge access to bile this out. Because they do not wanna... They will not be able to ink away 5 orcs. Gorge is biling, the Marines are quite passively, no one is in the way to stop them. 25%, 1 lurk down immediately. But the arcs are already fairly low. It's not going to take many more. It is not going to take many more volleys to take them down completely. This is definitely not what you wanna have. They will need to put some more Marines down here and make sure this Gorge cannot reach the arcs. The next bile is gonna take down at least 2 arcs. And now it's gonna be fairly difficult to counter the effects of ink, unless they manage to take down one of the life forms, or the Gorge preferably. This does not look good. Now with the rest of the team disappearing, Gorge is free to get another 2-3 bile balls onto those arcs. He's gonna sacrifice himself, but he knows those arcs are all gonna go down except for one that gets saved. The hive is on 30%. I believe there is... No, there still is a crack to heal it up. Sep has just lost his lurk. Marines are now moving in. Also focusing on the hive. They know this hive is low. I hope they do. And get cleared out. This last arc is going to disappear. Meanwhile, aliens are already on their 3rd hive in Atrium. They're gonna clear out the face gate. And this is not looking good for Marines right now. Ben did find the hive in Atrium, but it's just has too many hit points to be taken down that quickly. Aliens are gonna respond to that. Fates are going to engage him and take him out. And Mega is relocating his tunnel up to Atrium to ensure that they can quickly respond to that. The hive in sub still fairly low. It seems Marines are now focusing mostly on the hive. It seems Fates are coming in from behind, grouping up, taking down all the Marines. That was a very quick beacon to ensure instant respawn there. And again, the whole group walking into sub. They're likely gonna try and focus this hive down with brute force. And they will be able to do so. Ja dropping dangerously low. Mega dropping dangerously low too. So brute force gives them 1 hive that they failed to arc before. this game could potentially take quite a while. Ben is... he is not sneaking, he's walking. He's going straight for the gorge, I was assuming. No, he is just trying to do as much damage as he can, taking the drifter off. All 2 Marines are clearing out the remaining PvE in sub-access, still with a tunnel open to Atrium. I would love seeing Marines just take this tunnel and kill the hive up in Atrium. Two on eyes up for the alien team. This is potentially making those Marines' lives quite a bit more difficult. Sacrifice will have seen them, he will have called them out. This phase gate is not to be saved in any way. The question is, are Marines gonna try and deal with it? They will beacon, they will rush through the gate. But at this point, unless they manage to catch both of those on ice off guard, there is not really a lot they can do about it. Both on ice have a tunnel they can just use to retreat should they get low. And that's just what they have been doing. The whole Marine team in Crossroads, taking down that tunnel, forcing the aliens out. 2 on eyes now in the reactor core, heading for what I believe is going to be the observatory. This will go down before the beacon will go through. Marines have to face back, and now those on eyes need to get out. Sepp is dropping dangerously low, gets pistoled by Hist. Avalo loses his fate against 3 weapon 3 shotguns in Crossroads. This is a frag fest right now. Two on eyes again moving towards data core. Puppy is living dangerously. Luckily John manages to body block the Marines. They would have just required a couple of shots from a good angle to get him down. At this point, I'm literally waiting for one big push, for a hive, for an Onos, for a command chair that could potentially turn the tides of this game. It seems the push is going to the main hive. Crossroads, PG quickly recycle. He doesn't want to sell it, he just wants to disable it so everybody ends up in computer lab. This looks like an all-in for the hive. And maybe for the Onos too. Yeah, this is an all-in. It gets cleared out. I'm not sure what Marines are going to do after losing literally everything in this push. Including the phase gates. I wouldn't be surprised to see a game getting called at this point. But we shall see. Support channel is back up in Atrium, connecting Atrium and Subaccess together here. Technically giving aliens access to a third tech spot and the third hive. That would win them the game easily. Sep is playing with Lujo G. Loses his life doing that. And aliens are sitting on a very comfortable amount of 5 harvesters, with the 6th one going up in computer lab, while Marines are struggling to keep 3 up at this point. So personal resources of the alien team is filling up. Ja is still alive with his fate. He could go on us too if he would lose it. This could potentially result in a very, very long game, because both sides still have some resources. Marines have not quite lost just yet, because there is only 2 hives up. Aliens have 2 on ice, but they're also scared of Weapon 3 Marines. Neither side is making big pushes. Both are playing carefully, turtling up a little bit, taking it slow, not risking too much, which could potentially prolong this game for quite a bit. Arguero is dropping low. He gets saved by Poopy and Valo. That was a very nice chase from the Marine team here. The Subaccess hive has been dropped. There is all the PvE required to support aliens fight down there. At this point there is really not much Marines can still do in this game. If they do not manage to take down an Onos or a hive, then Subaccess is gonna lose them the game very instantly once it is up. I think they are trying to go for another gate in computer lab, potentially. Ja is taking a very risky engagement against Muad'Dib, who tries to weld the Fade instead of shooting him. Here we see the lull from Ja. I don't know if Muad'Dib realized how low Ja actually was. Would he have taken out his pistol, he would have gotten him down. But he probably just said to himself, well, it's not looking too good for us, so let's at least pull off something never done before, weld a Fade in a competitive match. Which would have been astonishing if it would have worked. Muad'Dib and Ben pressuring the hive in Subaccess. Aliens do not defend it right now. Mega is going down here. They decide to trade it for the Crossroads gate. That could lose them the hive, but then again it has enough health to survive until the Lurk and the Fates are coming in. And they are gonna clear out those 2 Marines. Hive is on 7%. Wouldn't have taken too much longer. 4th hive already dropped in Crossroads, just to ensure that they will get a third hive up. At this point, they don't really care anymore where it is. Fist and Sacrifice are moving to sub-access. Sep is dropping low. 4 shotguns in sub-access, taking down Valo. Putting a lot of pressure to Ja, taking down Ja's Fate as well. They're gonna take down this hive as well. While 2 on ice try to pressure the power node in the Marine main base. Going for the observatory might have been the better plan here. Arguero is living dangerously here. He was lucky those 3 Marines did not instantly lock down on him. Difficult to say what Marines are doing at this point. None of them is heading towards Crossroads. I'm not even sure if they know about the hive yet or if they expected it. I would not be surprised if Marines are just gonna neglect or forget about the fact that Crossroad even exists in the next 2 minutes. And then suddenly instant hive. Argura again taking a very dangerous engagement against 3 Marines that would easily kill Anonymous if they would instantly lock down on him. Ja dropping very low with his Fate again. And the arms lab in the Marine base goes down. This literally makes Marines easy snacks for this Onos. So this is, I guess, as close to GG as we're gonna see it. All the life forms in the Marine base, all the Marines literally easy snacks. GG is getting called. And after 40 minutes, Pubstars are taking the second round. 2 alien wins on Summit.
Command station under attack.
So, after a 40-minute game on Summit, we have an even distribution of points. 1 versus 1. Pubstars versus SUPERDUPONT. We're going on to the second map, Nexus. I will be back in roughly half a minute. Alright. Players are not ready yet. They need 5 minutes, so if you wanna head to the toilet real quick, then this would be the perfect time to do that. In the meantime, enjoy the lovely overview and description of Nexus, which is the map we're about to play in roughly 5 minutes. Alright, we're still waiting for teams to join up. If you're wondering about relaxing, enchanting, ethnic music playing in the background, the track is called Evolution, and it's one out of many tracks from the really, really, really beautiful soundtrack of Natural Selection 2. Which you, by the way, can also find on Spotify. And while the teams are on their bio breaks, let's have a quick look at Nexus. Nexus is a map with fixed spawns, so we will have Marines always spawning in receiving, and you will have aliens always spawning in extraction. Nexus is actually fairly huge for a map, or compared to other maps, and has a huge amount of resources scattered all over it. So games you're gonna see on Nexus are usually very high resource plays. So it's not unlikely that we are gonna see fades and potentially Onis here from the alien side, and we're gonna see Marines heavily taking up, as they will have access to a quite huge amount of extractors at all times. Nexus only has 4 tech spots, so besides extraction, the only other ones that we could get are going up to silo or going down to relay. Generally, the upper part of the map is considered to be, let's say, worth a little more, because it gives you access to 3 resource towers here, while the lower side of the map only consists of 3 RTs. Sorry, of 2 extra RTs. Just because I'm reading something about plus aim in the Twitch chat right now, let's have a quick look at the statistics from last round. You actually see quite nice accuracies on the Marine team here. Hist shooting over 30% in a competitive match, 27% on Lujoji, and Ben 26% on Sacrifice. Overall, very, very good accuracy from our French team here. Other than that, I will leave the tech log up to you to find anything of your interest in there. I'm not gonna parse it and make assumptions on what is good and what is bad. So, it seems teams are close to being ready for the next round. I would love to see this round starting very, very soon. SUPERDUPONT is ready. We're literally waiting on Pubstars to ready up, and as soon as this takes place, we will be live within 15 seconds. Thanks for the feedback on the music volume. I will fade it out during the gameplay anyway. I just dragged it up quite a bit so you could enjoy the lovely Natural Selection 2 soundtrack. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going live. Marines having their fixed spawn in receiving, aliens in extraction. We see 3 aliens up to the north side, while Heist is alone on the south side here. It's going to be a little bit of an ambush prepared here against 3 Marines. We're going to see how this is going to work out for them. Muad'Dib is visible. He's trying to get the poke on them. Sacrifice showing himself as well. They already know it's 2 skulks here. Uchaji is the only one that is yet undetected. Takes down his teammates. That is not how they want to start that. Sacrifice will get cleared out easily by those 3 Marines. 3 skulks down. Nice attempt for an ambush, but unfortunately not very successful. Ben is dropping the tunnel. Sep is gonna see this instantly. They're gonna contest this tunnel immediately. And aliens will need to synchronously get out of this tunnel and defend it. Otherwise, if they do it one by one, which is just what is happening right now, they are lucky to actually survive this. The Gorge did not. That was quite an unsynchronized attack here. It did cost them the Gorge and a lot of life on the remaining skulks here. A lot of rest spent on drifters here. I'm not really sure if that is necessary. If you start with a Gorge and already get 2 drifters on the field so early on, it's quite greedy at this point. Can also get quite expensive if those drifters get sniped. Aliens doing what they've been doing very well last game already, taking down Marine resources. And there's gonna be a lot of resources they will have to take down in this game. Now, 3 Marines pushing into... Oh, where's my camera? 3 Marines pushing into platform. Doing a nice job shooting down those skulks. And now gonna go up and converge on this tunnel, and this tunnel will go down in no time. Not sure. A little bit of a synchronization issue here on the fire focus. So that already cost them a drifter, a resource tower, a crag, and the tunnel. That is a lot of team resources again lost for aliens. What is gonna take a one-on-one against Commander Keen? No, he is being smart. He is going to sneak through. Keen will have noticed him. He gets the shots on him. Manages to take him down. Hist is still alive. Arguero has seen him. I like the sneak up of Lucha G here. But with low HP, also he goes down to Arguero. Armor 2 is already up, Weapon 2 is incoming, Marines are on 4 RTs. As announced, we're gonna see most likely a very high resource game here. Ja is getting crushed by 2 Skulks and the Lurk. There is no way he can survive this. There is no point actually meeting an engagement like this. Commander Keen wins the one-on-one against Ben. Marines now sitting on 5 RTs, while Puppy is potentially able to cap number 6. Ja is gonna get crushed by this alien pack that will now not head up to platform. They are instead walking down to Enclave. Marines still on 1 IP. Currently not too happy when they get cleared out like this, because it's creating a small spawn queue for them. Puppy did get cleared out in silo. That's going to be an easy call for the Marine Commander to recycle, because it has not been built yet, if he then wants to do that. Two Lurks cross-firing. Now it's 1 Lurk cross-firing 2 Marines in platform. What if needs to go out. Decides to help his friend biting down this resource tower. Very nice engagement from Lucha G here. Yeah, Marines really do need a second IP at this point. They again have a spawn queue. They're going for phase tech already. It's gonna make it so difficult for them to reinforce if they are stuck in a spawn queue. Puppy is gonna take down the Skulk here most likely. He will be able to save the shotgun of his teammate. And aliens are doing actually a fairly good job again at taking down RTs. 7 minutes into the game, 7 RTs lost. Very nice frostbiting, but still being on Nexus, Marines have not dropped below 4 RTs just until this point right now. This just shows how many resource towers are on this map and can be held by one single team. Facegate is now up in Enclave. 1 IP, creating again a spawn delay for Marines. I'm really surprised to see how long they are waiting with the second one. Keen is checking all potential corners to make sure there is no alien hiding around anywhere. What he does not know is that he is quite alone on the north side. Literally trying to nibble a little bit on this phase gate, instantly gets punished by Sep. Needs to go back to the hive and heal up. And aliens sitting on 55 resources at this point. They could easily just drop a hive. And if they're careful enough to actually scout Silo before doing that, because this could have been a total disaster. Dropping a hive right into a phase gate. Fates are up. Fates are gonna have a jolly good time snacking those Marines. And again, the spawn delay is not gonna make the life much easier. So we currently have 3 Marines dead, we only have 1 IP, the second one has been dropped finally, and it's gonna take them quite a while until they will be fully reinforced on the field. Still, Marines sitting on 5 RTs, not contested right now, aliens on 4. So teching up is going to continue for both sides. The hive and silo has been dropped. Dark Angel is present as a gorge to heal it up and speed it up. Two Fates are now trying to contest the gate in receiving. The matching counterpart has already been completed in staging, where I expect the next resource tower is gonna get dropped soon. And now I'm curious if Marines are going to try and contest this hive, which will be up in the next couple of seconds. Very nice group up by the aliens. Aliens are very synchronized on their attack targets. Hist dies to our hero. 1 Fate already down. This could potentially hurt them. Staging is gonna go up, and despite all the resources getting bitten very nicely by the aliens, Marines are still on 5 RTs. They are going to attempt to push this hive, only to figure out that it is actually up. Sacrifice, we're going to follow Sacrifice in here as he is going to defend, going in for the occasional swipe. He does not want to show too much of himself. He's gonna hide behind this hive. He needs to rely on the lurk to clear things up. That gorge is getting pressured pretty hard. The gorge is going down. Now the focus is... I'm not sure in which life form, but the lurk is dropping low. They need to be careful not to lose their second Fate up here. That could potentially be a disaster. Modip tries to snack a Marine from behind, gets punished instantly by the cover of the other Marines. Sacrifice is now alone against 3 shotguns and 1 rifle. He is living dangerously up here. He needs to hide in the hive. Marines are taking care of the eggs to ensure that no alien is respawning up here. Aliens need to invest their resources into spawning additional eggs, which they actually do have plenty of right now still. Phase gate in staging has been lost. Puppy is likely going to get cleared up too. So this hive push was successfully prevented. Are they going to be able to save the gates? Barely, yes. And aliens are sitting on 62 team res. I would not be surprised to see a hive drop coming on in relay at this time. Marines will need to get a second phase gate up. Just having one phase gate out here in the open is going to be so dangerous if you just lose it, so they will need a backup gate. Otherwise, all that aliens need to do is kill the single one they have, and rob the Marines of all potential map control. It seems the second gate is going up, or is planned to go up in storage. Joji nicely chewing down one of the Marine naturals here. At this point, the Marine economy is taking a small dive onto 3 RTs versus 5 on the alien side. This is not looking too bright for the Marines in this game right now. Muad'Dib just snacking Aruguiro with 4 subsequent bites. He dies before he even notices that something is chewing on his behind. That's a nice ambush here from Muad'Dib, but he drops dangerously low. It's a very brave lurk to engage shotguns up that close, but also a lurk that potentially can die very, very quickly. Sep manages to snipe an RT with barely any resources left. Marines are going for a gate in relay. That is really not the gate they want to have. That is such a passive gate that does indeed deny them one, or give them one more tech point they can hold on to, but those 3 gates literally give Marines this part of the map, while aliens are just gonna take the whole rest. Phase gate in Enclave has been taken down. Enclave resource tower is going to fall. And with this gate, Marines can secure maybe 3 to 4 RTs, while aliens are gonna take 6. Here comes the push into command chair. Aliens are focusing on the phase gates. Beacon is coming and the gate is gonna go down. Now all they need to do is they need to take down the other gates. Marines do not have the resources right now to drop another one in their main. So if they are fast enough, they will be able to take down this gate before a new one goes up. Now the new gate is gonna get built. Are they gonna be fast enough? The gate is up. Just barely. Muad'Dib is living very dangerously here. This lurk needs to fly away. Sacrificing himself on this gate was totally unnecessary. Orokuro is landing some very nice shots. Almost taking down Lucho G's Fade. Hitting 1.5 shots right into Sacrifice that forced the Fade to go low. Very nice accuracy here with the shotgun. Sepja and Puppy are trying to push for Emerge. They do get engaged by 2 Fates. They do split up, get snagged by Skulks that are just flanking them. 2 shotguns are being dropped here near the alien hive. It is unlikely that they will be able to reclaim them. There is no Marine anywhere close, so those are 60 team resources, or actually personal resources, of the Marines that are just gonna disappear and will not be able to get reclaimed. Talking about team resources, Marine resources are pretty low right now. We have 2 people who can even still afford buying a shotgun. They can really not afford losing them on the field so carelessly. Aliens do have their first on us. Not surprising with the generous amount of resources they have had in the past time. Ben has gone on us and is on his way to relay. Sacrifice is moving in, getting a few swings on the Marines. Hist is doing a good job sneaking all the way around them, likely to chew down this natural here. And Sacrifice is taking quite a bit of damage from that rifle, losing all his armor. He needs to retreat or he is living in a very dangerous situation here. Ben is dropping low here. Sacrifice is literally scouting for him and blocking some damage right to his face, or his back in this case. Very nice team play from the aliens to save this on us and scout ahead and catch some bullets. And again, look at this map. We are on 5 resource towers again for both teams. We have cat packs up, we are seeing an advanced armory going up. Marines are piling up resources again. Most of them are gonna be able to buy a shotgun again in another minute. If we see jetpacks going up, they will be able to afford them by the time they are up. An incredibly high resource game on Nexus, with 5 resource towers for each team right now. Ben is not really sure where to engage. He's just having a really hard time not running straight into 3 Marines. And they're gonna engage that. They're gonna take this engagement together. Now he needs to stay in, and they will clear them out. Ooh. Ben is dropping low. Sacrifice is dropping on 17 HP. That is insane that none of those life forms dies. Also Mardip. Catching bullet after bullet after bullet, dropping to 16 HP. This team is literally almost losing every life form, but still none of them dies. This is ridiculous. And those are really margins where it's not about skill. This is just bad luck for the Marines and good luck for the aliens. Hist dropping low as well. So many life forms almost died in this fight. Almost getting out with literally 1% or 2% of their health. But it just was not enough. Aliens sitting on 80 res. All they need to spend this is access to a third tech spot. Ben gets chased. Ben is likely gonna go down to those Marines, falling conveniently down that pit so nobody has to dispose of the Onos corpse. He got chased down by those Marines so quickly and had no way to run except for jump into a certain doom here. An incredibly high amount of resources for both teams, and with the life forms out and all those engagements, neither team really has time to dedicate players to go for resources. Everyone is trying to win map control, to take down a phase gate or get it in an even more aggressive position. And the whole fight about the economy is just turning into a side show of this bigger movie. Pists blinking into 2 shotguns that aim just on spot this time, going down almost instantly. I'm really not sure what else to say about this game. Aliens are floating 115 resources.
Standing by.
And they're gonna spend it very, very quickly. They got what they need. They got their last hive spot. I would be disappointed if I wouldn't see a hive drop incoming here literally in the next couple of seconds. There is no reason not to do it. Relay has been assisted. By now, I would have loved to see a drifter in here, crack a whip, a shade, a shift, everything, plus a hive, just to make sure that this hive goes up while the zerging goes on. And 4 Marines are pushing up to Silo with cat packs if they're gonna focus this hive, and it seems that's just what they're about to do. They are about to focus the hive, and this hive is dropping quite low. They will be able to take this hive down. Meanwhile, relay has been dropped. We're gonna see a beacon and Marines phasing right out again after clearing up the mess they're having in the main base. Luchaji is losing his fate. Sacrifice needs to go out. Muad'Dib has no... should not engage this. It seems they did lose the arms lab, which is quickly working fast to rebuild in this case. So one hive is down. I do not see any of the upgrade chambers up here, so my assumption is that they are indeed all safely stuck away in extraction. So no upgrade chambers being lost for the aliens. New hive has been dropped instantly again in silo. Why would they not? They do have the resources. The hive push was good. The hive push was a very good idea. The counter push to base was executed well. But what is the next play that we're going to see? Relay is going to go up within the next 2 minutes. Silo is gonna go up even sooner, unless Marines are pushing it again. The hive is not up yet. So aliens are gonna have a slightly harder time fighting in there. And look at that, Hist is doing just the right thing. He's waiting for the Marines to go up here so he can bite the face gate. Silo is gonna be lost again. Aliens unable to trade anything for it except for one of the marine naturals this time. I hate to admit it, but this could potentially be another very long game if neither side finds an opportunity to make a winning move here. Sacrifice with his fate is on 73 resources. He can lose another fate and still fade up again. He could just go on us right away and pick 2 upgrades with that. The marine economy has finally collapsed, at least in for a map like Nexus. Sitting on 2 rest towers here is really not much. I'm not sure what plays either side is making here. Aliens or Marines are scattered around the map while Ben is taking down the observatory in the main base, which gives them literally no visibility about what's going on in their base anymore. It removes the possibility for a beacon, and it also means that if they're gonna lose a phase gate and don't have the observatory redropped, they will not be able to rebuild it. Yeah. A lot of PvE going down in Enclave, or going up in Enclave rather. Aliens deciding to put their rest to good use instead of collecting another 150. I don't know why Motive is so greedy on his engagements. This Lurk is really, really lucky to not get shut down more often. Whole alien team up in staging. They're gonna clear out our Guerrero. And they are gonna take this gate down. Set managing to come in from behind. Three Marines managing to push the aliens out. Managed to weld the gate back up. Still, resources are currently running way in favor of the aliens. Sacrifice is dropping low against Commander Keen here, needs to retreat. And we see arcs deployed in receiving to arc all the PvE in Enclave. Alien Commander needs to move all this PvE, which is just happening right now. If he doesn't want to risk losing all of it, this should be a safe spot down here. Yeah, so this is all gonna survive except for the Harvester. Robotics Factory, Arc Factory upgrade, 1 arc. Could debate whether it would have made more sense to potentially invest this in Weapons 3, but we shall see how it works out. So all that is keeping Marines still in this game is 1 phase gate in staging. They don't have any plays they can make right now. They're not in a position to push a hive. They are not able to recap without losing either the gate or just every extractor behind them that they've recapped. Moadip just dies right on the spot. We have 2 on-eyes now with Ben and Hist. All that aliens need to do to just take this game is destroy this phase gate at this point. But it does not look like something they could easily pull off at this time. Four Marines defending the gates. Now 3 on-eyes are running in. They are committed. They are clearing out the Marines. They are gonna clear out that gate. Ben is gonna go down. 1 on-us down. But all they need to do is they need to clear out the last Marine. Sacrifice was out of energy and fell down from what I could see. And aliens have their 3rd tech spot. At this point, I would not be surprised to see the game getting called, but I've already mentioned or said this like twice. It is an official match, so I assume both sides are gonna fight until the bitter end. Hive needs to go down in silo here straight away. They need this 3rd hive as this is literally their winning condition. 3 on eyes again. 3 on eyes means all they need to do is they need to focus down one comm chair, and if they do that, the game is over. Because all tech spots are blocked by hives. Silo doesn't need a drifter though, because there is no one there to build it. I'm not sure where those on eyes are going. Aliens know they Marines have a phase gate in transit. They're gonna push the relay hive next. So those 3 on eyes just need to wait for this push, need to run in, suicide on this command chair and take the game. I don't know why you would go on the phase gate in this case. But okay. Hist is living dangerously here. He was lucky he did not get caught between those 2 phase gates, otherwise that Honors would have been dead. Marines are pushing to relay. At this point, you would need 3 on eyes here in North Basin. Those on eyes need to go on this comm chair. They need to take down the chair, and as soon as this chair is down, it is GG. And that's just what's gonna happen. Comm chair down, and after almost 40 long minutes, it is 2-0 for SUPERDUPONT. 2 hours, 20 minutes into this game. 2-1 for SUPERDUPONT. 3 rounds so far, 3 alien wins. Let's hope the last round is going to be a quicker one, shall we? right, we are looking at a hopefully close start of the last round in this Division 2 match between SUPERDUPONT and Pubstars in Season 11. Both teams have joined up. Now we're literally just waiting for both teams to be ready. I would not be surprised if some of the players would need to take a small bio break after this long round. We shall see. Seems Pubstars are ready. Waiting on SUPERDUPONT to ready up as well. And as soon as this happens, we're gonna go live. Hopefully any second now. So, while we are waiting for SUPERDUPONT to ready up so the game starts, I do hope you're having a jolly good time watching the stream. I do hope you are excited to see the last round in this match and figure out if we're gonna have a draw or a glorious victory for SUPERDUPONT. Still wondering what kind of awesome music this is, we're still listening to the Natural Selection 2 soundtrack. It seems we are finally going live. Marines starting in receiving, aliens starting in extraction as always. 3 Marines heading to the north side. Not really bothering to build the power here. Arms lab has been dropped. Okay, it seems they still do want to cap their natural. That was a very, very quick expansion. I can only assume they wanted to deny a potential coach tunnel here in platform as soon as possible. First win of the game goes to Mega. They're just snacking the Marines from behind. And they're gonna get their tunnel up in platform in a very, very, very nice spot down here. Oh, I just missed this. In a very, very nice spot. Two Marines pressuring into that, getting snacked easily. Muad'Dib cannot pressure this alone. There is a shade, a crack, and the whip. Aliens literally putting down everything on this tunnel, saying, nope, you can't have this. Arguero doing a good job at tanking some of the bullets. Maybe a little more than he originally wanted to. And this is some really, really lovely pack play from the aliens here. Instantly dispersing as the fight is over. And now, with this tunnel secured, it is slowly time to actually cap some resources. Tunnel in platform on this position is super greedy. It's a very, very strong tunnel that even denies Marines walking into it. It makes the whole north side quite vulnerable in terms of systing though, because if Marines are going to cut the syst chain here in staging, they are literally able to cut off silo and platform as well. Muad'Dib tried to do just that. He got ambushed by Seb quite successfully. Luigi trying to cap the alien natural, getting punished for that. Marines don't to be too convinced what they want to do next. They have given up pushing that tunnel, so they're moving to the south. Muad'Dib is now running into staging. He's gonna find Mega, and his shots are gonna find Mega too. All he needs to do is desist staging. Not quite synchronous on the attack targets here. Arguero is living quite dangerously here. Belly slides down into safety. He managed to get out alive just in time. And now aliens need to defend this tunnel. They invest so much resources in that. They cannot leave this tunnel up to the Marines. And yeah, we're seeing exactly what I mentioned before. Staging becoming the neural point here, because Marines are just gonna walk through up to silo, take down all the rest, cut down the sys chain, and making aliens bleed for that. Arguero is gonna go in, he is gonna take the bullets. He is just straight lining into this Marine, soaking up one full clip, hoping that not everything hits him. That's one brave Gorge. Slightly on the suicidal side, but very brave. Muad'Dib gets ambushed by Commander Keen. Only that this ambush didn't quite work. Lurks are up. They're gonna clear out staging. They have to clear staging. Seb already taking quite a bunch of damage. Sacrifice is there to potentially trap him on his way back, but gets cleared out by the rest of the alien team. Shaw trying to be very sneaky. Almost manages to get a kill on Hist. Keen versus Lucha G does not stand a chance. Still, one dead drifter. Unnecessarily dead drifter, to be fair. Let's see how this game progresses. Seb already takes a lot of damage against Lucha G. Dropping quite low. He is not flying to the hive directly, suspecting a trap, so he takes the safe route via the tunnel instead. More confident that this way is clear for him. Lovely pistol shots by Hist, taking down Mega and Ja. That was a very, very nice engagement here. Two Marines now pushing into storage. Seb is scouted, is taking a lot of shots directly, already dropping down to 50 HP. He cannot engage this fight. He needs to go out. He cannot engage this fight. I'm not sure why he's even... And again, we're seeing Nexus at its glory. We're seeing 6 RTs up 4 Marines right now. Just such a huge number for them to get resources off. 7.5 minutes into the game, Armor 2 is up, Weapon 1 is up, phase gates are up, shotguns are up, and right now there is no alien contesting any of their resources. Keen starting with Enclave. But I would not be surprised seeing them fall back, at least the Lurks, to help out in staging here. Very nice positioning here from the Marines. They managed to get the gate up. Poking into staging, making the aliens group up there so they can get the stage up in storage. And now those 3 Marines are making this room a nightmare for aliens to be in. Seb goes down, Puppy drops very low. And this Gorge is dead. Lucha G is just gonna walk the mile. Ja has lost his Fate Egg. I did miss that. I did miss that to whoever. Wow. Lucha G is just gonna walk this extra mile on the north side, taking down 2 rest towers. And there is not really much aliens will be able to do against that. So... 1 Lurk down already, 1 Gorge down, 1 Fate down. Very nice rest flow for the Marines. If they can keep this up, this round is gonna be much shorter than the last one. Very, very nice rotations by the Marines here. Really, really well played. We just must not forget to desist this lane to ensure that the northern part of the map is dying. But I think they will manage that. Hist is just taking care of that. He is taking the assists down, ensuring a slow but certain death for the northern RTs. Marines are splitting up here. That is one big mistake. With 3 Marines you cannot afford to split up during a push like this. Good med packs though, but not enough against a well-hitting Fate and the pack of aliens. Hist hitting his shots very well here, actually. And now again, push with 3 Marines. I'm sorry for getting the wrong keys all the time. They're doing the right things. They're staying together where they need to be, where they can easily defend this push. Ben is splitting up. Ben makes himself a very easy target for the alien group. Forces his friends and his teammates to split up, now make him sacrifice an easy target. Ooh, Mega might even get a kill with his spitting here. That is a lot of pressure coming onto this hive here. Robo-Factory is being dropped, it seems. Marines are willing to arc that. Arcing extraction from Emerge is kinda difficult. They still do have Mega as a Gorge alive. They do have access to Bile Bomb. Aliens have been forced to assist platform over assembly. Assist chain that has been cut again? That is really not how I want to play it. Mega is already here, biling the Robo-Factory. There is not even an arc out. Commander Keen drops low. He just barely makes it out with like 20 HP here. That could have been a dead Gorge. Sorry, a dead Fate. The Lurk spikes down the Robotics Factory. Why not? Why not? Keen dropping low again. Does not get punished for disengagement. The gate in storage goes down. I really do like the pressure Marines are putting up here. Puppy dies to sacrifice. Those Marines need to group up again. They cannot split up. Hist is such an easy target alone up here. Sacrifice splitting up. And now there is so much pressure going down here. Keen is dropping low. He cannot stay in this hive for too long. So many shotguns here that are still getting recycled. And the pressure just goes on. Puppy is egging again here. Yeah. They're gonna get this egg. They just noticed it. It was scanned out. So that's another lurk that died without even getting out of his egg. I think Marines really want to finish this now. And they're about one life from kill away from achieving just that. Aliens are starving on res. If they keep on killing if they just keep on killing skulks and eggs, aliens are gonna have a hard time just affording to spawn new eggs. I'm not sure why those Marines are splitting up like this. Pressure is good, but you should also not forget to weld every now and then. Robo Factory has been dropped again. So I guess they want to try and push additionally with arcs. Welding is going to be so important. Commander team did die, so they are one fate down. Our Guerrero is so low, 27 HP. Liturgy will just be able to pistol him away, and the game is called. Not as long as the last one, 18 minutes, and SUPERDUPONT also takes this match with 3-1.
See you guys. Yeehaw!
So, that concludes today's stream. SUPERDUPONT winning against Pubstars 3-1. Taking both wins on Nexus, 2 alien wins on Summit. And with this win, I believe we actually do have most likely established the leader of Division 2 already. Let's have a look. Yeah, with literally 7 wins, 0 losses, I do not think there is any team that could still beat that. So, without further ado and without prolonging the stream any longer than it already took, thank you very much for watching Natural Selection 2. This was Season 11, Division 2, SUPERDUPONT versus Pubstars, 3-1 for SUPERDUPONT. Thanks for watching, and as a lot of famous other streamers meanwhile, I'll also say it. I will hopefully get the words right and say good games, good night, and good luck.